All right, so Christmas is come and gone. Kids are coming off the high of getting all those presents, and maybe you noticed a little behavior change in the days that followed. We sure did in my house, and it made me think, how do I not raise spoiled brats? I put out a distress call to our child and family therapist, Dr. Cheryl Ziegler, who just lit up about this topic. Clearly, this is something you talk about all the time.
All the time. All the time, because it's just like you and I were talking about. You want to give your kids what you didn't have. You want to see them at Christmas just get so excited. You want birthdays to be really big. But this is really a culture of excess, and it's not good for our kids to give them so many material things, or just to say yes, ice cream all the time in the summer, or all those other things that we do. Out of the spirit of what we say is to make them happy and to have a fun childhood, but actually too much really is too much for kids. It's not good.
How do you find the balance? Like, so growing up, there was a period of time where we didn't have much, right? And so I'm kind of in that group where a lot of parents say, I want to give my kids the things that I didn't have. But how do you find the middle line of doing that, but also not spoiling them to a point where it affects them down the road?
Yeah, there's really a couple of things you can do, and it's really not too late, even if you're down that road. But one of them is just simply, it's going to sound easy, but you need to say no to your children, and kind of often, because what that really does is it's setting boundaries, right? So instead of saying boundaries, I'm just telling you flat out, just say no to things. Nope, we can't do that. Nope, not now, maybe later. Delayed gratification is actually an excellent life skill for kids to have. That's one thing. The other one is to expect gratitude. And what I mean by that is not the whole like, so what do you say? Right? And you wait, oh, thank you. Oh, right. That's not an expectation. That's you constantly prompting them. It's sort of like staring at them and not saying, what do you say? And getting to the point where this is an expectation. If this doesn't happen, you don't receive. Right? So really making it absolutely concrete for them that gratitude is expected. The other thing is practicing altruism is great. So as a family, being able to give back to your community, to others, to clear out their own toys, their own closets, giving that away. But also really have them be part of that process. Sometimes people say, yeah, we do that as a family, but really make sure that they are getting in there, they're really doing it, they're straightening things up, they see where it's going, and you're talking about it. Don't just gather a whole bunch of toys, throw them in a bag, and then you drive it over somewhere. Have them be a part of it.
We have our kids pick out toys before Christmas that they are done with, that they don't play with anymore, and they are the ones that decide what we donate, and we all drive over together, so they see it all in its process.
Yeah, I love that. And I think another like subtle thing about that is it's not just like, oh, let's give this to kids who are more unfortunate than us, or always setting up that way. It's just, oh, it looks like you're done playing with this, and somebody else who maybe has never played with this would love to. So also thinking about the way that you're wording things so that they're just not thinking, oh, I'm just giving this away to someone else. It's like, no, we can play with things for a while. And I do want to say one more thing about toys, which is parents also like to buy multiples of things.
Yep.
Oh, how many American Girl dolls can we buy? You know, how many trucks do you need? We have too much of everything too. So really just pare it down. They will be grateful when they have one huge truck or one American Girl doll, not multiples. You've really got to control yourself. Even if you can afford it, it's not about the money. It's about really teaching your kids gratitude and self-restraint around things.
I asked you this, and I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but if a parent's kind of like already down this road, right? Like you have a kid who's not super grateful, doesn't really understand, you know, like money or any of that stuff, it's not too late to start turning things around.
It's really not too late. A child is in development all the time, and we see changes happening with them. And you don't even have to as a parent. I think you're setting yourself up for failure to declare today's the day. Today's the day I stop spoiling you, right? Because they weren't born spoiled. We make spoiled kids. So you don't have to make a big declaration. I think as a parent, you go, all right, today is the day, but I'm going to keep that to myself. Or I'm going to talk about that with my partner or my spouse. And we're going to start with one thing. And I'm going to get really, really good at that. Oh, and I'm going to see that this is a lot easier. And then keep building from there. So I think set yourself up as much as possible for success as a parent. You don't need to make a declaration. Small changes over time, they'll forget the way it used to be because they'll adjust to the norm. That's the way kids are. They're resilient.
This article I know is one of your most linked articles, and so I'm going to make sure that we put it on our website at 9news.com. She actually has 10 tips with a few more that she's added over recent years, and they're really, really, really great to look through, especially coming out of the holidays because our family's kind of in this situation right now.